Welcome to another episode of Clinical Pharmacist Live. I am very thankful to everyone for appreciating the last streamline. Inshallah, I will upload another one on those particular one. Uh, Today, I will discuss a paper that I am highly appreciating, and I had a lot of trouble that I did not had evidence on those things, accurate evidence on those. The paper I am discussing is about a medication error which tells us about the burden of cost, the hospitalization, and the rate of error, medication error to be done. And it is of not a single institute or a couple of institute. It's about a whole country, that is UK NHS. It's a huge paper. I think so. It's a very good. Every clinical pharmacist should read it about it. Why you should read about this paper? Because it allow us to ensure what the clinical pharmacist role is to avoid medication errors, and we can create a policy on those things. Now it's a national wide data that we have. What does this paper has told us? This paper is basically the name of this paper is Economic Analysis of Prevalence and Clinical Economic Burden of Medication Error in England. It's recently published in BMJ Quality and Safety Journal. What does it tell? Major thing is telling the rate that in prescribing the mild is 49.47, moderate prescribing error is 49.8, and severe is 0.8. And in dispensing, it's vice versa, and it was highly noted. It is in primary care that 64% medication error occurred due to dispensing. Moderate was 34%, and the severe is 1.1. It is more than prescribing one. That is one of the concerns. And one of the major role of a clinical pharmacist is the monitoring of medication, and that has had a huge impact. It has the severe harm of the medication error, which has the highest severe cases is 16% in monitoring. This is one of the roles that we need to identify in clinical pharmacist. Most of the time, when I used started practicing as a clinical pharmacist, they considered it more of a time. It was considered as a quality work or a work that is being not needed. But now this is a reason that it is telling that lack of monitoring can cause a 16% of error in a severe. I'm not talking about moderate or mild, or in a severe cases. That means there is a chance of death, risk of loss of organ. The same paper tells very good. I mean, it has a very beautiful graph. It can be used in different forums and for policy making. That yes, why a clinical pharmacist is required in any institution and institution. uh, 5.2% of hospitalization is due to ADR. The one thing is that to be noted, and many had a confusion of in ADR, is ADR considered a medication or not? If an ADR is preventable, it is a medication error. If the ADR is not preventable, it cannot be considered. For example, hypersensitivity can occur at any time. No one can predict it, and no one can prevent in that particular one. So all those ADR that can ADE or ADR that can be preventable is considered as a medication error. I hope that many of you would read this paper. It is attached. The link is attached in the comment one. Hopefully, thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Uh, Bye.